Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a tight chest, loss of breath, or discomfort in your left arm and thought, could this be a heart attack? What if you're by yourself and no one can aid you? You don't have to be afraid of this. Many older people like you have heart problems without anyone else around, and the thought of having a heart attack alone might be scary. What would you do if you unexpectedly found yourself in that situation? Could you tell if someone was having a heart attack? Do you know what to do right now to save your life? These anxieties aren't simply in your head. They are serious worries that all seniors over 60 should consider about. As we become older, our bodies are more likely to have heart problems, and the chance of having a heart attack goes up. But here's something most people don't know. Being ready for a heart attack could mean the difference between life and death. The truth is that heart attacks don't always look like the dramatic scenes in movies where someone clutches their chest. Sometimes the signals can be more subtle, including feeling tired, having indigestion, or just feeling off. If you're alone during these times, you might not have anyone to spot these signs or hurry to your help. That's why it's so crucial to take action and know exactly what to do. So today we're going to talk about something really important. The 7 rules that every senior should know to survive a heart attack on their own. These suggestions are very important for your safety, whether you're at home, out for a walk in the park, or traveling alone. The more you know about heart attacks and how to deal with them, the better you'll be able to handle them if they happen. If you're new here, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel before we start. We focus on seniors on this channel. Every week we share natural treatments, medical advice, and lifestyle recommendations that can help you boost your energy, protect your heart, strengthen your bones, improve your digestion, and sharpen your memory. You won't miss any important health recommendations that will help you live a healthier, happier, and more independent life after 60 if you sign up. So don't wait. Click the subscribe button right now. Did you know that heart attacks are one of the main reasons people over 60 die? And the scariest part? A lot of us will go through it alone. But please stay with me. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you 7 great recommendations that might help you get through this on your own. You won't want to miss this. The key to acting quickly is knowing the early signs of a heart attack. Most people don't know this. But the signs of a heart attack in older people are typically very different from what you see in movies. You might not even feel the characteristic chest ache at first. Please stay with me since the next portion might surprise you. You might not realize how subtle the signals of a heart attack can be, but spotting them early could save your life. Heart attacks in older adults don't always seem as they do in younger people, or the dramatic manner they are shown on TV. Instead of the tremendous, crushing chest pain you may expect, many older people have symptoms that are much harder to notice, silent signs that you might overlook if you don't pay attention. Let's go over it step by step. Some of the most common early signs of a heart attack in older people are feeling dizzy or lightheaded. You can feel weak or dizzy all of a sudden, like you are going to faint. This could mean that your heart isn't pumping blood well, which means your brain isn't getting enough oxygen. Shortness of breath. If you feel like you can't catch your breath even while you're resting, that's a sign that something is wrong. This could be a small sign that your heart isn't working right. Pain in the neck, jaw, or back. A lot of people don't know that heart attack pain doesn't always stay in the chest. Seniors can feel pain in locations they didn't expect, such as their neck, jaw, upper back, or even their stomach. It can feel like pressure or tightness, which is easy to misinterpret for something less serious. Nausea or indigestion. You can feel bloated or have stomach pain, which is sometimes mistaken for indigestion. This happens a lot to women and older people who may not think of these symptoms as signs of a heart attack. Tiredness. If you feel very fatigued or weak for no reason, even after a good night's sleep, this could be a clue. You might not notice this kind of tiredness until it's too late, and it could stop you from acting swiftly. Here's an example for you. Picture Mary, a 72-year-old woman who chose to take her normal walk in the park on a lovely afternoon. She thought everything was okay until she suddenly felt dizzy and sick to her stomach. She believed it was just the heat at first, so she tried to sit down and rest, thinking the feeling would go away. But instead of getting better, her breathing was shallow and her chest felt tight. Mary was lucky that she had taken the effort to learn about the signs of a heart attack. She knew that these indicators were more than simply the normal tiredness or a little heat exhaustion. She promptly called for help and got to a hospital, where physicians confirmed that she was having a heart attack. What made all the difference was that she could spot the early signs and respond immediately. Things could have been a lot worse if she had just ignored it. Here's a simple but important tip. Make a mental inventory of the signs of a heart attack. Keep in mind the things we just talked about, such feeling dizzy, having trouble breathing, having pain in your upper body, and being unusually tired. If something doesn't seem right, don't wait for it to get worse. Trust your gut. The sooner you do anything, the higher your odds of living. Let's talk further about why these silent symptoms are so bad. A lot of older people, especially those who live alone, might not pay much attention to these signs. They might think that being dizzy is because of low blood sugar, or they might think that having trouble breathing is just a part of becoming older. But the truth is that heart attacks don't often cause the severe chest discomfort we expect. It might be too late to do anything about it by the time the extreme chest pain starts. People in some cultures still don't understand the signs of a heart attack very well. For example, many older people in Asian countries think that heart pain is caused by gas or indigestion, and may never connect it to a heart attack. This is why education is so vital, especially for elderly people who might not know what the quiet signs of aging are. So, the most important thing to remember is to notice these early indicators. The sooner you do anything, the higher your odds of living. If you're feeling dizzy, have chest pressure that isn't normal, or are just more exhausted than usual, don't ignore these indications. Trust your body. Also, if you ever feel confused, it's always better to be safe than sorry and get advice right away. These symptoms should be on your mind as you go about your day. Make a list in your head and pay attention to how your body feels. When you see warning signs, you need to pay attention to them since your health is too essential. How to ask for help, even when you're alone. What if it happens when you're by yourself? How will you obtain help? Every senior should plan for this, since knowing what to do in those important moments could mean the difference between life and death. It can be easier than you think, and it all starts with one important step: asking for help right away. But a lot of people don't know this. Time is important, and every second counts. A heart attack can get worse quickly, and the longer you wait to obtain care, the more damage your heart does. That's why you should always call 911 or your local emergency number first, no matter where you are. The sooner aid gets to you, the higher your odds of living, whether you're at home, in the garden, or even out on a walk. How to ask for help, at home or outside. If you're at home, don't freak out if you have a heart attack when you're home alone. Don't let fear get in the way of your judgment. Try to be as calm as you can. What you should do is 1. Call 911 right away. As soon as you see the signs of a heart attack, call 911 or your local emergency number. It's better to be safe than sorry, even if you're not sure if it's a heart attack. If you find out that the call is nothing, you can always cancel it. But if you wait, you can't get back the time you lost. 2. If you have a landline, dial 911 and put the phone on speaker. You don't have to hold the phone to your ear this way, so you can focus on breathing and being calm. You will also be able to clearly hear what the operator says. 3. If you use a cell phone, keep it close by. If you don't have a landline and just use a cell phone, always keep it within arm's reach. Seniors are far more likely to live if they have their phone close by, like on a nightstand, in a pocket, or on a table. Don't be afraid to stop what you're doing and fetch your phone if you don't have it with you. You might assume you'll be fine for a few minutes, but even a short delay can change the outcome a lot. 4. Stay on the line with the operator. The operator will stay with you when you dial 911. Don't hang up until they tell you to. They can tell you what to do while you wait for aid to arrive, and they will also deploy emergency responders to your location straight soon. Tell the operator if you feel lightheaded or confused so they can call the paramedics. What if you're outside or not at home? Now picture that you're not home when a heart attack happens. You could be out for a walk, in the store, or on vacation. Here's what you should do. 1. Call 911 from your cell phone. The method is the same. Call 911 right away. Don't try to wait it out and hope it gets better. Keep your phone with you. Getting care right away is the most important thing to do, because heart attacks can grow worse very quickly. Do find a safe place to call. If you're outside, look for a place to sit or lean against something for support. If you're in a public location, let someone know what's going on so they can aid you or help you talk to someone. 3. Make sure to tell the 911 operator exactly where you are. This is especially important if you are in a place you don't know. If you're in a park or a busy place, try to be as descriptive as possible. Landmarks, street names, or even businesses nearby can help authorities identify you more quickly. Or don't be afraid to ask for help. If you can't phone 911 yourself, ask someone nearby to do it for you. Even if you're ashamed or don't want to make a scene, you should seek for aid immediately away. Your health is the most important thing. Greg, a 70-year-old guy, was walking across the park when he suddenly felt a strange heaviness in his chest. He began to feel dizzy and out of breath. He believed he could just be tired from the walk at first, but as the ache got stronger, he knew something was really wrong. Greg always made sure to have his phone with him, which was a good thing. He sat down on a bench, called 911, and clearly stated what was wrong with him. The operator told him to be cool and stay where he was while the paramedics were on their way. The response time was quite quick, and Greg got the medical help he needed in time to save his life. Greg's tale shows how important it is to be proactive, especially while you're out and about. That phone could save your life. Here's a very essential tip. Keep your phone's contacts and health information handy. This list should have the phone number of your main doctor, any allergies or health problems such as asthma, diabetes, or heart disease, people you can call in an emergency, family or friends who can be contacted fast. This information will help the operator or medical responders give you the treatment you need if you can't talk. If you have a heart attack and are alone, it's very important to be ready to contact for aid promptly and easily. Don't spend any time, whether you're at home or out in public. Call 911 or your local emergency number immediately away. Don't wait too long. When someone has a heart attack, every second counts. The sooner you receive care, the higher your chances of living. The life-saving power of chewing aspirin. A simple trick. Did you know that chewing one aspirin could save your life if you ever have a heart attack alone? But why does just one small thing make such a large difference? Aspirin is known to thin the blood, which can help keep blood clots from clogging the arteries that go to your heart. But here's the catch. You have to chew the aspirin instead of swallowing it whole. If you chew it, it will get into your bloodstream faster, which could lessen the damage done by the heart attack. Linda, who is 63 years old, started to feel pressure in her chest right after she and her family had dinner. She carried aspirin in her handbag, which she had learnt about from a health film a while ago. While she waited for aid to arrive, she chewed 2 325 mg aspirin tablets. It kept her heart beating while the paramedics rushed to help her. Tip: always keep a bottle of aspirin in your house and talk to your doctor about if this is the best choice for you. Why it's important to be calm. Stress can be your worst enemy. What happens if you freak out during a heart attack? The stress and worry can make things worse, though. Keep with me because I'm going to tell you why it's so important to keep calm. When you have a heart attack, it's normal to be scared. but panicking can make things worse by raising your heart rate and blood pressure. Staying as cool as possible is one of the best things you can do. Breathe slowly and deeply to relax your body. Try to keep in mind that help is coming. David, who was 75 years old, had a heart attack while he was in his yard by himself. At first, he worried and felt like he couldn't handle it. He remembered what his doctor had advised him, though. Focus on your breathing if you ever feel this way. Slow it down. It'll help your heart too. David did just that, and by the time the ambulance got there, he was in much better form to be treated. Do some breathing techniques now so that you can be calm if the worst happens. How to get yourself ready to minimize the damage. Did you know that the way you are lying down during a heart attack can change your odds of survival? Let me tell you, if you're alone and having a heart attack, do your best to keep comfortable. If you can, sit up straight or lie down with your head slightly raised. This position puts less stress on your heart and promotes blood flow. When Margaret, 70, had a heart attack in her living room, she automatically lay down on the couch and put cushions behind her to support her. While she waited for aid to arrive, this made it easier for her to breathe and took some of the pressure off her heart. If you can, don't lie down flat. Lying down or sitting with your head up makes it easier to breathe and keeps your heart from working too hard. Why learning CPR could save your life and others' lives. You might have to do CPR on yourself if you're alone and can't call for help. It sounds hard, but I'll show you why it's worth your time to acquire this talent. If you live on your own, learning CPR is one of the most important things you can do. If your heart stops, using chest compressions right away helps keep blood flowing to important organs until aid arrives. If you can, doing CPR on yourself could help keep you alive until paramedics arrive. Harold, 69, was able to phone his wife and give chest compressions when he had a heart attack while jogging. When paramedics got there, he was still unconscious, but he was able to assist himself stay alive. Take a CPR class to keep your skills up to date. In an emergency, it may make a big difference. Things you can do to lower your risk. Now, let's talk about what you can do to minimize your chance of having a heart attack in the first place. It's not enough to just live through one. You have to stop one from happening in the first place. The greatest approach to avoid this dangerous circumstance is to live a heart-healthy life. Keeping your heart healthy means eating a balanced diet, staying active, controlling stress, and going to the doctor for checkups on a regular basis. There are other natural things you may take, such omega-3s, antioxidants, and magnesium, that can help your heart stay healthy. After almost having a heart attack, 67-year-old Frank decided to change his diet. He stopped eating fried meals and started eating fish instead. He also started jogging every day and kept an eye on his cholesterol. His heart health has gotten a lot better in a year. You can lower your risk of having a heart attack alone by making tiny changes to your daily life that are good for your heart. So, to sum up, if you want to survive a heart attack alone after 60, you need to know the indications, phone for help, chew aspirin, be cool, position yourself correctly, know CPR, and make changes to your lifestyle to lower your risk of heart problems. Please like, share, and subscribe if you thought this video was helpful. If you sign up, you'll get weekly suggestions exclusively for seniors that can help you live longer, healthier, and happier after age 60. Take care of yourself and your heart. Be careful!